What the hell? I don't know how long that shit's been happening, but it just happened again. God damn. Why? I doubt a lot was lost, but god damn. Fucking bullshit. It's definitely on my side, but I'm not getting any problems other than it's probably just my internet provider fucking me over. Stealing is wrong. I should save. She will do a ton of damage. Okay, we're in a new area now. Now we can get a ribbon, actually. We can get a... Oh, there's the whole map to everything here. It's not that hard anymore. Let's go down here and get this. We'll get those two chests, then we'll get the ribbon. Made a mistake stealing there. She does so much damage. No, 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 it should say playing 6. God damn it, is it really saying 5? No, it's saying 6. Oh, I see. What a piece of shit. You are correct. They are all part of the Pixel remasters, but those aren't on Twitch that I understand as a selectable item. Here's where the ribbon is at. Hi, Ether. X potion. There's the ribbon. We're fine for now. The fonts are very different. It's true. There's already been a cheap mobile port, so we've seen that. And I'd say this is safely an improvement to that, but it's still not perfect. The fact that it's on PC means someone might be able to make it exactly what it's supposed to be, but the old one was like that too. And nobody fixed that, so an earring. There's nothing in there. Don't even know why that's there. It's pretty genuine of them to keep it though. Same cave that we cannot get the treasures out of, so we just want to get out of here, and we have to de-equip their items again before we leave and fight the tunnel armor, which could cause us to have a death, but we'll see. Damn. Move. You spent it all. You never know. You might make some more points before it's all said and done. I'm gonna go save here, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to beat this tunnel armor with no fucking items on, but I think I can. Just you watch. Her magic points are full. Not stealing from this bitch. It's not working out. I knew it. Alright, we're gonna have to try to do it without stealing, I think. Didn't even cure. No good, guys. Gotta try it again. It's rough. I want those items off of me. How the fuck? Got 2 turns. That is no good. Will I have to equip items on these bitches? That's the question. Not good. Nope, this is not early. I'm just going through fast, but I'm not going fast anymore. Alright, so I have to equip more stuff on them. I don't want to use these items. That should increase. Alright, so we're increasing their defense a little bit. See if that can help. Hey, Matonix, what the fuck is up? We are trying to beat this tunnel armor without using any relics. I'm getting tired of it, so we may just try to go for it. Not good. I should have kept using runic. Nope, now I'm dead. If I have to use my items, then I won't get to carry them along to the next spot. Oh, I should have cured. Yeah, that was bad. There's no way I'm winning this. No! Got it. If they let me sit here after this, nope, see they leave. They leave right away for you. And you can't unequip yourself. So I got out of there without using any relics. Although I died a couple times because I didn't fucking put armor on them. I put weak ass armor on them. So now we've got everything we could possibly have for this really long scenario here. It is not grindy. It is very easy to go through this quickly compared to 5. 5 is really grindy. Alright, so let's see what we can put on this guy. That's pretty good. Very easy to go the wrong way here. just to see how this works, we'll fight one fight. Shadow is doing a ton of damage. Exactly what we want. Alright, it's time for some beer if I've got any. Let's see if we've got any. Like I've got one left. Shit. This music is awesome. Ah. There's a lot of secrets in here. We'll get all of them. Going after Doma Cast. It's gonna be where Cyan comes out and just fights people, I think. If I remember correctly. They just stumble all over the place being stupid. Different, you don't charge it now. Oops. nothing. You get a green beret though. A great helmet. Absolutely great. Brings your evasion up. So good. In this game, evasion is a stat that you want to pay attention to. Guess it's just a barrier ring. Great quote. No, it was an English teacher. The first time I went to Japan, I went as an English teacher after being a Japanese language student. So I took 3 years of Japanese in university before I ever went there. I also had Japanese friends, and I was married to a Japanese national. So I was pretty much completed with the study period of what I was doing before I ever went there. Although you're always in the study period with Japanese, even now. But I'm talking about the dedicated period where you're sitting there, spending hours of your life fucking doing nothing but studying it. Biochemical warfare. Really no different than regular warfare when it's all fucking said and done. There's a bunch of dead people, so. Did I get married when I was an English teacher or a Japanese student? Neither. I got married after I was a Japanese student and before I was an English teacher. I graduated in 2005 and I got married shortly thereafter. go. They're all very powerful. Yeah, well, I was getting married, so that's when that happened. But and marriage was practical as well as romantic, because at around that point in our lives, the government basically said, either you two have to get married or you have to be separated. That's what happened. So we decided to be married instead of separated. Is that romantic? I guess. We definitely chose each other over not being with each other, but being forced into it was not particularly appreciable. So neither of us liked that, and we didn't appreciate our government forcing us into that, but they did. The motive for moving back home was threefold. First of all, there was that Fukushima disaster, and we were having to pay for our water, and we could barely pay for our food. We did not make a lot of money in Japan. It was not a income level where we could like build a future for ourselves. So we were treading water, which a lot of people do. And it was a good life, but we were treading water. And the Fukushima thing happened, and now we had to buy water. So, I mean, that just made us poorer. And I was just like, fuck this, we need to start making plans to do better than this. And you don't just move country, that's not how it works. Like, you can't just be like, fuck it, I don't want to be here anymore, and leave. You have to plan. You have to plan a lot. America has to be ready to receive the people, like, legally. It's a whole bunch of horseshit. Like, there's 60 pages of papers just for each cat that you have, let alone yourselves. So, moving country is not easy. It is very complicated and expensive. So, we had to start planning for that. Aside from Fukushima, which was the straw that broke the camel's back, we realized we couldn't have a child in Japan under those conditions. Again, the monetary conditions of us not making enough money. The extra expense of a child would not have worked. We wouldn't have been able to make that happen. Because, again, the expense of water was fucking pushing on us. So, certainly couldn't have a child. And then, also the laws in Japan that protect or don't protect children were, to me, too much for having a kid there, because I was an educator there, so I know what happens in school in Japan, and there were not enough protections afforded for the children, in my opinion, and still aren't. So, for all those reasons, mostly the reason that we did want to have a kid eventually, that was basically it. We were like, alright, we're fucking, now we gotta buy bottled water. Do you want to have a kid? Like, that was really what it came down to. We were there for like 8 years, and I did. I wanted to have a kid, and Kaio did. And then we talked about what that would be like there, and it would be fucking horrific, to be quite honest. There's really no other way to describe it. because of the amount of money we would not have to raise the child. That would be just like very difficult. And then also all of the fucking horrible things that happen in school that I already hate school enough the way it is in America, but the horrible things that happen in school in Japan, or that are allowed to happen, it's really not about what happens as much as what is acceptable. Like, there are school shootings in America, and they're awful, but they're not acceptable. They're just this thing that happens. But there are things that happen in Japanese schools, like, routinely, that are acceptable and to their society, and they're not acceptable to me. And we went over that, talked it all over, and we were like, fuck it, let's go back. At that time, I also thought that what I wanted to do was be a filmmaker, because I'd been doing that for so long. And I thought I could go to Hollywood and do it because I'm better than everybody else at it. And turns out that is not how Hollywood works. They don't give a fuck how better or worse you are than anybody. They care about how well your mouth fits around their cock, is what they care about in Hollywood. So that didn't mesh with my fucking work ethic very well, and I just ended up realizing that the quickest way to make it in filmmaking is to be one of the investors, to actually have the money to put it up and be in control of the film. Because the people with the money are in control of everything in Hollywood. That's how it all works. They've got all the people below them. They decide how things go and whether or not something's going to end up getting produced or not, and how it's going to be. They're the people who call those shots. And you can either wrap your mouth around their dick and get them to trust you, or you can fucking bring your own money to the table. So I decided bringing my own money to the table was the way to go, and we got the fuck out of Hollywood. It was shitty. It was worse than Japan, to be quite honest, in almost every way, except for the abuse in school shit. Except for that, everything else was worse in Hollywood. And we moved again, and everything was better. It's all about getting employed for the right compensation and putting your skills to the best use possible. As I was doing it, I was not putting my skills to the best use possible in Japan. My bilingual skills were not being used to the best use possible. My programming skills were not being used at all. Well, a little bit. I did program games for kids, but it was pretty much not being put to use. I certainly wasn't getting paid a lot. So when it's all said and done, moving here and utilizing different skills ended up, and it was not just me, it was Kaio too. They did the same thing. So it's not like I'm just like, oh, I was so like underutilized. Kaio was making minimum wage, and now she works for one of the most prominent technology companies of our time. So it's just not good to sell yourself short, is what it comes down to. And if we had continued living that life, it was an adventure at the time. It got us closer to Kaio's parents. There were some good things that happened, but ultimately it was not getting us toward anywhere that we were not realizing our full potential in that situation. Not even close. And we weren't making an impact, like, with what work we were doing. A little bit. I mean, teaching children how to speak English does make an impact, and imparting your wisdom on children, it makes an impact. Don't get me wrong, it does. But like, if you're innovating new technology, or if you're moving the roadblocks from innovating new technology, whether it's legally or programmatically, or like as part of a team that's building something amazing, when you just like change the way that people do things, then that's really fucking huge compared to teaching. Although as a teacher you can spawn someone that will do that as well. I want to be one of those people that did that too. I just want to teach. So, and again, Kaio did the same thing. So it wasn't just me. It was both of us that were stagnant in jobs that were unappreciated and underpaid in education. We were both in education, we were both underpaid and underappreciated, as was everybody else. It was not just targeting us. And we moved out of there and did something that is arguably more impactful, maybe less meaningful, but more impactful, and certainly makes us a lot more money. So now we don't have to worry about stuff like that. We used to worry every day about that shit. We used to fucking... We always had enough money to eat, but we always used to be like, well, like, next month we'll have $500 more than we had last month. That would be the fucking conversation. And $500 is not enough money for a year's worth of work when you're done and you're like, okay, here we are, or not, or whatever. It was, yeah, it was more of like it was bad. I think we like saved around $3,000 a year. That's bad. That's really bad. You should be saving a lot more than $3,000 a year. You're not going to be able to stand on your own 2 feet when you're old and fucking decrepit with $3,000 a year. So yeah, it was necessary. And those kind of decisions, they're hard to make. They're hard to make at any time in your life, but it got to be made. You gotta, if you don't see a future where things are where you want them to be, you have to make a change. Otherwise, it will not end up happening for you. So that's why we did that. It's a good question. Alright, we're going into the Phantom Forest here. I don't know why my controller's all fucking wigging out. Fucking weird. 300 a month is more than 3,000 a year, but you should save more than that, Thunder. But it's better than nothing. That's what I was doing in Japan, and again, I was older than you when I was saving that kind of money, and it was not saving much. I had $16,000 when I left Japan. That's how much money I had. I had exactly $6,000 or $16,000 cash. That was the savings from when I got there. Because I got there, I had $5,000 when I got there, and I spent every cent of it like on establishing my residency. So then I ended up with nothing. So I had zero after establishing all of that shit. And then when I got out, 8 years later, I had $16,000. So that is not good. For 8 years of savings, that's garbage. That's a garbage model. Although I had a good life, it was garbage. Like, and in your situation, that's also garbage. But you're young. You're younger than I was. I was when I got there, I was 25, right, or 30, or 26. I think I was 26 when I got there, because it was after I was married. I think it was 26 when I arrived there, and I think I was 34 when I left, or 33, one of those two. So right now, if you're saving what I was managing to do toward the end, like, you could do better for sure, but at the same time, like, you're not doing too bad. So I wouldn't get too worried about it. What I would do is, yeah, I'd make any change that you can, obviously, because it's good. Alright, should be able to cure here. So far, though, this game is very clearly showing me that I'm not just, like, weird about the way the game is. It's literally easier than Final Fantasy V by far. Did I do the wrong way? I did. Something's wrong with the fucking controller. I got one out. Alright. I don't know how valuable those life lessons are. They're my life lessons. You can learn from them if you want. But again, I don't have any regrets. If I'd have done what I did now earlier, I would be richer. There's no doubt about it. But I don't have any regrets making the choices that I did. And some of the skills that I have, I wouldn't have if I had, especially the Japanese skills. My sprint button's not working. Alright, well there's the train. Oh, you moved from South Carolina? I'm sorry to hear that. Your dad will be gone shortly, unfortunately. That's very sad. But damn, you should have. I don't know if what. I don't. Well, you know what you need to do, man. Like, I'm not gonna fucking judge you for making decisions that are clearly temporarily affecting you. Like, if he's stage 4, he ain't gonna kick around for 10 more years and screw 10 years of your life up. So you may as well do what you're doing. I'm assuming it's lung cancer that you're talking about. But it could be any kind of cancer. Well, here's to your dad anyway, and that Pudge costume you gave me that reminded you of him. You can't get off the train. What are you fucking doing? God, none of them have an extra weapon they can use. Okay, we are on the Phantom train. Oh, damn, it's Gastro. But if it's stage 4, it's spreading outside. Like... Alright, we got the ghost. No magic points. It's nice. It's a fucking welcome respite from Final Fantasy V, where everyone has magic points, and it's fucking ridiculous. So I've run out of them, of course. Damn, that was extreme. Just be out the ass end of this train now. There it is. So I should be able to move on around here. Background looks good, just like the original. Yeah, I mean, you gotta make that call, man. Like, you know what's best there for sure. You've got... Yeah, I mean, you've got your whole life, like, you can do all kinds of shit. Like, your dad's going pretty early. My dad's still alive, and I'm way older than you. So, you're gonna have that shit out of the way, and I'm gonna have to still deal with it. Dealing with, parental death is fucking ridiculously difficult. So, and sickness before death is even harder. Taking care of them and shit. Anyway, good on you for doing that. Four of them. Okay, that guy's blocking it. I should have talked to him. I shouldn't have gone over here. Oh, I fucked that up. Doesn't matter. Demi has been removed and replaced with gravity. It looks pretty good though. Ghosts. See ya. My dad is older than that. He's like 70 something, I think. My dad had me when he was 27. So, pretty old. He's like 60, 68 or something like that. I think is what his age is. He's closer to 70 though. should be older. He should. He's definitely retired. Let's get some food. This is not what you want to do if you're in a speed run, eating this fucking food. Alright. Yet another one. These fucking cabins. This is the Siegfried one. Make it easy to go through this. This has so far been pretty thoughtless. But I knew that because I've played this so many times. Here comes Siegfried. It's always good, but he's still gonna steal my shit. Who knows what that treasure is? They're gonna keep that thing just as fucking unsolved as they ever did. Those assholes. Comp pie, I think I'm out of beer, which sucks. I've drank a few today, but I don't think there's any left in the fridge. I have to look. I could try to have a shot or something. But I'll think about it. I just finished the beer though, so it's time for a thorough search of the fridge before anything else happens, honestly. That's gonna work on it. Well, I guess I'm wrong. It did work on him. Damn, we have a dead guy. Serves us well, Ghost. Can't have two hyper risks. Okay, I'm gonna search the fridge. I'll be back. Hopefully I'll have something. At the very least I'll have a shot. We'll see what I can find. Alright, so I got 2.5 shots of vodka in this drink here. And that's the last I'm gonna do. Kyle and Yuna will get home at some point here soon, and I'll go on with the rest of my day. It's fun to take the day off of work though to do this. It's too bad it released so late. I wanted to do it earlier, but it released super fucking late, so whatever the fuck it is. Alright, say goodbye to the fucking ghost train. Cheers. It is correctly suplexed. Not hard. Not gonna be hard. I'm not expecting this to be hard at all. Man, that Final Fantasy V is hard. Jesus fucking Christ, that game. I swear to God. This one's not hard. That is the difference between Final Fantasy 5 and 6, is that Kefka actually is a bitch and does really fucking shitty things, and X-Death actually is trying to fix shit and is just misunderstood. It's very different. It's a lot easier to get behind the people in this game who are fighting Kefka than it is to get behind anyone fighting X-Death or anything that's happening in Final Fantasy V. But Final Fantasy V is really hard. So, there is that. I forgot to equip him. So, that sucks, and I need to do this. We won't see him again for a while. Can't believe I forgot about that. Much better. Okay. You have served your purpose. Get the fuck out of here. This game is fucking expensive for what it is, which is an old game. But for me, it's worth it. Depends on how much you liked it before, if you've ever played it. Should be easy kills here. Basic attack should one-shot these guys. Doing ineffective attacks is my favorite. Welcome to the Veldt. Music is fucking awesome. We need dried meat, so we need to go to this town over here. There's no experience for beating these enemies. That gong is cool. This is well played. Good job on the music by these guys. Definitely the reason to arrive is the music. It is, oh, my phone's dead. Fuck if I know. It's like 4. It's like 4 Eastern. Around 4 Eastern time. Don't get an exact time from me. Let's get some fucking meat from the store here. great way to rest, thinking that all she's thinking about is the fact that you're not good enough to be there, and that she wishes that you were good enough. That would be pretty rough. Oh, I made a mistake. This is a mistake, I apologize, but I'm gonna drink some drink. I hope you're not asking me about crypto, Novin, because I think crypto is a Ponzi scheme. That's what I think it is. But I have a little bit of money in crypto in case I'm wrong. I always hedge my bets. But I am not a crypto proponent. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't care. I don't need to get rich off of it. I will not get poor off of it. That is for sure. You will not see me get poor off of crypto. When I mean a little bit, I'm talking about less than 1% of what I have, my net worth. Less than 1% is in crypto, but there is some. Oh, I forgot. We don't attack that guy. We gotta try doing it. It kind of is a scheme, so I don't want to be a part of it. Even if I could make money from people who are ultimately going to be destroyed by the scheme in the short term, it's not worth it. It's like the Emperor's new clothes, to me. And I'm the 4-year-old that says, hey, that guy doesn't have any clothes on. Oh, you didn't come back. See, now I gotta fucking deal with this. Seriously, I should have just fucking used the dried meat and not been on autopilot. Now I gotta deal with all this horse shit. I just don't see any advantages to it. I don't. I see a bunch of disadvantages. I don't see any advantages. The things that people say about it aren't true. That's what really bothers me the most, because people who supposedly have a very good understanding of what's happening, they don't understand what's happening. That's always a dangerous situation. So, for example, you'll have someone say, "Hey, this is the truly libertarian way to deal with currency, with finance," and it's because this stuff is decentralized. It's this flowing ecosystem that's its own, and there's no government overreach. But it's so false. The way that it's actually constructed aside from being a Ponzi scheme in the way that it's constructed inherently, it's also inherently constructed to trace everything that's happened with the currency since the minute it was there. So if you go in and look, like, people are sitting there on Silk Road or whatever fucking thing they're on, doing whatever they're doing with their cryptocurrency, they're fucking doing their ransomware or whatever it is that they're doing, or just buying legitimate items or investing. It happens. People invest in it too. But these people who are using it think that they're doing so in some state where they can't be tracked, and that is absolutely false in every respect. It's actually more traceable than any cash has ever been. So it's funny how it's being utilized right now in this way, just because it's difficult to trace. It's the most traceable thing I've ever seen. So if that's not your reason for supporting it, if you're not supporting it because you think it's this decentralized, untraceable currency that is giving you freedom, and you got some other reason for supporting it, even though essentially all it is a bunch of data at the most that you're having. Like, all money is paper anyway, or metal. So it's really not much different than money in that respect. But the way that it's used is different than the way that minted money is used. And there's no governmental backing, which means, again, they're saying it's decentralized, but the reality of it is that the supply of it is controlled by the birth of it, and the people who have the most of it had it at the beginning, and maybe it moved around or whatever, but the ability to get more of it becomes less as time goes on, the way it's designed for most of it. And again, all cryptocurrency is different. There's thousands of them, making it even worse. It makes it even worse that there's not just one, that there's 1,000 of them. Like, there's only fucking 200 or 300 fucking currencies on the earth that are backed by governments. And, like, then we got these thousands of cryptocurrencies that are all backed by nothing, really. It's just someone's gonna wake up, or everybody's collectively gonna wake up and realize that it's this jacked up thing, and that it's really not worth anything. And that could happen to regular money too, but it's gonna happen. You gotta make sure, no matter what you're doing, this is my opinion, no matter what you're doing, that you have at least half of your fucking income in capital. Like, that you own something outright that is not just currency, so that if that happens to you, that you have a vehicle, property, precious metals, like anything, like any stocks, tangible assets that are not cryptocurrency or regular currency, fiat currency. You just should have your assets distributed in ways that if any one of them falls apart, that you're not gonna fucking take a huge loss. You can't back it by work, though. That's not how it works. Like, that electricity was spent futilely. It was spent with no fucking gain. No value was driven by the work that was done. That's the problem. There's no value other than the traceability of the currency. That's the only value. The only value is the one thing that the people who use Bitcoin actually use it for. They use it for the fucking lack of traceability. And that's the only thing that the electricity is doing, is making it traceable. Like, people don't understand that. And when they do, it's not gonna fucking last the way it is. It's gonna be different. And the technology might get used at some point. But I just don't see it working out, especially the way that mining is. Mining is just so stupid. It's gonna become to the point where mining isn't worth doing and people are not gonna mine. you could pay your taxes with crypto, you could see where your money went. Yes, you could. That is true. You can see where your money went without crypto, though. Like, every dollar has a serial number. Like, it is possible to trace money. As much as it's different than crypto. But yes, you could see where it goes physically, your literal money. But it still would be wasted. It's not like it wouldn't get wasted just because you saw it. It moved down its path that it went down. It wouldn't be wasted. Or, I mean, it would be wasted. It would be wasted by governments. And just having that data is not enough. Having the data that people are wasting money is not enough to save money. That's what people don't understand. The systems that are making the decisions to spend money in the ways that they're making, that they're spending it, oh, god damn it. Those decisions aren't going to change based on the way that the currency is structured. They're still going to happen. People are still going to waste money. It's fucking awful. Now, you can believe what you want to believe. That's fine. You can invest what you want to invest. I'm going to tell you not to invest enough that you hurt yourself. Be careful. All I'm telling you is that if you're fucking putting any amount of money that you have that is outside of what you need to stay alive, which is always the dream, is to have more than you need so that you can put it away and do what you need to do. If you're doing that, just don't put it all in one spot. You gotta fucking diversify those fucking strategies that you have. You don't wind up getting fucked over. It's not what you want. Any strategy can fail. But multiple strategies generally will not fail as readily as single strategies do when it comes to growing money, or at the very least keeping money or keeping wealth. I shouldn't even say money. Once you start saying money, it's like, is it cryptocurrency or is it fucking fiat currency? Wealth. I'm talking about wealth. I'm talking about capital, all of it. Everything you have. What you've built. Like, just fucking don't put it all in one thing. Don't make it all one thing. You're gonna end up really fucked if you do that. Or you'll end up really fucking well off. But even if you do end up really well off, unless you change your strategy immediately after you become really well off, you're still gonna end up fucked. Because things don't last like that. Alright, what the fuck is going on here? I need to fucking... I don't know why I'm even on this screen. I need to get to this goddamn cave. Fuck cryptocurrency though, seriously, I'm sorry. I've got it, I've got some. Got more than most people do. But it's still a very small percentage of what I have, and I still don't like it. I still am totally against it. And I still am not even rooting for it. I think it's bad. The fact that I've invested in something that I think is bad is really interesting and part of diversification, by the way. That's part of it. Because what would happen if for some reason cryptocurrency became the only accepted legitimate form of currency for some reason? If some thing happened that caused that, what would that do to you as a person? Like, you don't want to be in that position where that happens to you. So given its pronounced and there's a lot of it. There's a lot of people who believe in it, and there's a very large exchange of it. Once that becomes a part of the economy, you have to respect it as a part of the economy, and even if you don't like it, you've got to give it its due respect and give a little bit of it, of what you've got to it, so that in case something happens, that you still are protected. That's actually the only reason I'm in there, even though I don't like it. Because if it becomes the only accepted form of transaction, then we're going to be in a lot of trouble if we don't have some ahead of time. I'm just thinking ahead. But I don't think that's the scenario that's going to play out. I think it's going to become worthless. That's the scenario I think is going to happen. Just because of the fucking evidence in front of me that that's going to happen. And just the scheme, the way that it is. Just the fact that the people who found the currency end up with all the money. And the people who join in late end up with the least gains. That's very much what a Ponzi scheme looks like. And that's not what American money is like or other government-backed money is like. In that situation, the Federal Reserve is the one making all the fucking gains in that situation. So instead of having founders of this cryptocurrency, you have a government doing it. And the government is also in charge of mobilizing your troops and protecting you and doing all kinds of shit. So having money behind the government is a form of protection, whether you like it or not. And having your money behind a Ponzi scheme is not. No one's going to be there to stand up for that currency when all is said and done and no one wants it anymore. No one's going to stand up and say, I'm willing to fight for this with blood. And maybe they will, like, but how many and where? How will that be geopolitically divided? It's fucking cryptocurrency. It's a worldwide thing, so no one's going to be able to fight over it like that. It's going to be jacked up. Going off the grid is a viable strategy only if you have enough money to go off the grid and pay for the services that you need. Going off the grid. How much off the grid do you mean? Alright, let's talk about that for a second. So, right now, if you're able to find property that is yours, meaning that the government will not come for you and try to make you make you pay rent, or say that someone else owns the property. So you have a piece of land somewhere. It doesn't even have to be the United States. You have a piece of land somewhere that is your land, meaning they'll only try to collect property tax at best on it, then you have a good chance of being able to live off the grid. So if you've got that land that there's the property tax due, you have to calculate the amount of money that the government is going to take from you for property taxes for the moment you're alive right now to the moment you're dead, because you need to have all that money available to pay to them so that they don't come and arrest you. So if you've got all that property tax set aside and you've got the property that you own also set aside and owned by you, at that point living off the grid is possible, meaning you cannot pay the telephone companies, you cannot pay the electric companies, you cannot pay the water companies, you cannot pay the gas companies, you can't pay the fucking internet companies, the phone companies, all these companies that are basically saying, hey, you live this lifestyle, you have to pay every month for this. Those are the people on the grid. That is the grid. The grid is your subscriptions that you have, be them your phone bill, your electric bill, your gas bill, your mortgage, your rent, whatever the fuck it is. That's your subscriptions. Those are what you owe to people. And you're stuck paying them, however big or small they are, all the time. So going off the grid means removing every subscription from your life. The one subscription you can't get out of is property tax in America. So if you're living in America off grid, you have to at the very least pay property tax on the property that you own. Now if you own a piece of land out in the boonies that is considered to be very low value land, and there's not a whole lot of it, and you're around a bunch of government land especially, or land that's okay to hunt in, because there are a lot of places like that, you can probably wind up saving up. I would have enough to pay those property taxes until I'm dead. Already, right now, I could do that. So I would have to buy the land, and I think I have enough to do that too. So if you have that amount of money, and you calculate it out so that you have those property taxes paid, and that land is yours, you go live off the grid. At that point, there you go build your shelter, you do whatever you're gonna do. As long as you're not getting fucking power from fucking Joe Power, or getting water from Joe Water, or getting gas from Joe Gas, or police services from Joe Police Service, well, that's actually part of your property taxes. You will get police service, but you won't get it from your phone. At that point, you're living off the grid, and you're doing it. And if you have enough to do that until you're 100 years old, and you can survive, meaning you can fish or hunt or do whatever you need to do to keep yourself alive, then yeah, it's extremely possible. But you've got to fucking calculate that and realize that we live in a modern society, a society of unnecessary expenses that most people go ahead and accept as just something that is part of their normal life. But in reality, they're not necessary at all. They're not necessary expenses. They're auxiliary expenses that keep them poor. And if you go to the bare minimum and you pay for your whole life, at that point you can live off the grid, but you're not getting on the internet. You're not playing Dota. You're not playing League of Legends. You're certainly not playing this. You're not even getting your computer to start up unless you have a battery and a generator or something. Like, the things that you want have to be survival based if you're going to live off the grid for real. If you're really going to do that, they have to be like Boy Scout shit, not fucking what we are used to. And my retirement goals do not involve living off the grid, which I, again, could do now, I'm pretty sure, and be alive for a very long time without having to worry about money. But, like, your living off the grid is actually the least expensive way to retire. But you have to have survival skills to do that. Like, legitimate survival skills. Like the ability to build a fire, to survive in fucking hazardous weather conditions, to build your own shelter, to, like, hunt and provide for your own food and grow crops. Those are all work you still have to do. You have to do all the work for yourself that other people are doing for everybody else. That's what all these subscriptions end up amounting to for the most part. Like, and your grocery bill. You'd have to have the confidence to fucking do that. That's a lot of confidence. And inconvenience for you. And you would also be cut off from everybody else. Like, with that lack of subscription comes your lack of availability to understand what the news is. And like what's actually happening. I'm gonna go this way this time. Like what's it is very, very invasive. You're not wrong, Mr. Punk Cyber. And I don't vote libertarian either, actually, because unfortunately there's not enough support for that kind of government. So it's stupid. But I support some libertarian ideas. Not all of them, but some of them. More libertarian ideas than Republican or Democrat ideas. So it's really hard for me to fucking say that I like support an ideology because they're also wrong in so many ways. So that makes sense that you don't support that either. But yeah, our government is very invasive, and so is the whole way that not just ours, it's the whole world. It's not just ours. You gotta broaden that perspective out just a little bit more. You're already almost there because you're really thinking about it, and most people don't even think about it. But get out of our government and think about how all government is controlling people, because it is. And think about how your actual freedom and everyone else's all over the world is stymied because of this stuff. And how the cogs work and how different people fall into different buckets and how it all affects their quality of life and why it is the way it is. It's fucked up. And there is no fucking legitimate solution to any of it, honestly. It's fucking jacked up. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and equip our items, although it doesn't really... We don't really have to do that here, but we're gonna do it anyway. This guy doesn't have anything anyway. I need to pee. It's been a long stream, but I'm gonna pee. God, my fucking drink's almost done. I'm pretty drunk now. This is good. being smart enough to get out of the thumb of the government is quite an accomplishment. You owe a beer? You're in beer debt? I didn't even know that was possible, but I guess it is. I would get yourself out of beer debt immediately. As soon as possible, buy the beer you need to buy for whoever you need to buy it for. Beer prices are only going up. They're not going down. You're not helping yourself with that debt. Not at all. Get rid of it. It's not like beer is going to be somehow devalued over time. Which is the only reason, by the way, to take debt, in my opinion, is if something like that's going to happen. And you really feel strongly about it. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing here, but see what these guys have for sale. We might need any number of these items. Look at how many people can use this. There's so many. What is this silk robe? Okay. Get the fuck out of my way. Okay, good. Get the fuck out of my way, piece of shit. Now, what am I supposed to do? We've actually got to walk to Narshi now. Where's the relic shop? We want to do that too. Make sure we hit everything here. This guy has something special. No, he doesn't. Good, because we don't have any money anyway. Alright, out we go. Shit. See, this is what happens when you don't have enough money. Luckily, I know the confines of this game. Oh god, you're saying you're in debt to me. You're not in debt to me. That's not how it works at all. I'll fucking put the beer emoji for you, man. You don't need to pay me. I'm the last person you should pay. I don't know how to put the damn emoji on though. Stupid. There we go. There it is. You're all set. You don't need to. I don't know why I put those shitty wings on there. I didn't mean to do that. Someone else got that. Someone wanted them. There they are. The fuck? Do we need to fucking go on a ship? We need to leave, don't we? We need to go on a ship to South Spirigo before we do anything else. I forgot about this. Unseelie? What the fuck kind of enemy name is that? Alright, this place is fucking needing. This is a port town. It has nothing for us. It's the most confusing place on the map here. This gets even worse later in the game when you can actually fall down the waterfall with an airship and then like not have your airship. It is jacked up what can happen with this whole route here that we're doing. Alright, we're going on a boat out of here. Alright, I have had officially enough to drink this afternoon. That was a lot of alcohol. Hopefully, Kaio and Yoon will stay in the park playing and having a good time with their friends for a long time. As soon as they get back this stream is over. Until then, I'm gonna wish the whole time that I had fucking vape, but I'm not gonna smoke it because I'm stronger than that. And we're gonna fucking play this game. Alright, we're out of the scenarios now, guys. We are back onto the track of this plot that can go any direction. The rails have been restored. Everybody's dequipped, so we should be able to be as strong as possible when we do this. Guy's pissed off. Everybody's a betrayal to him at this point. But he's fucking got nothing, honestly. God, you would not want to see me in that position, or anyone else for that matter. You don't want to see someone with nothing to lose. That is the last thing you want to see. That shit is fucking scary. Just fucking leave people with something, seriously, or they're gonna fuck you up. That's how it comes down. That's the most dangerous shit we have to deal with, honestly, in the earth today, are people with nothing to lose. Or people who think they have nothing to lose, even if they do have something to lose. All it is, honestly, in their mind, is all they have to believe. They just have to believe it and they're dangerous. That's all there is to it. But not dangerous to themselves as much as dangerous to everybody else. Alright, we moved Triduck up into the mountains for whatever fucking reason. Didn't kill anything. Alright, we're making a fucking line. Look at that! They're fucking going. They're all like the human centipede. Celis is at the back. Gao is at the front. He's the eater. She's the shitter. It's tough for them. Edgar's trying to get behind her so that he can experience a better rear end. Okay, we've been here before. Let's beat this the first time. Alright, everybody's got to get equipped. That's the first thing. Okay, she's dangerous. She's got magic too. Is there any way we can put this rune blade on someone shitty? Alright, so Locke is shitty, but I think he can use things like this. Nope, he can't use it. So it's either Celis, Edgar has auto crossbow, so it's either Celis or Terra that gets the awesome attack. And Okay, so she's really strong. Now this guy. Air Knife. Let's go with the Genji Glove. Main Gosh, that's really good. Actually, no. Let's go to this guy. Alright. We've got 2 Kotetsus that we can use with this guy. Iron Helm and Iron Armor and something else. Hopefully something like that. He's good to go. He can wreck. So we've got her wrecking and him wrecking. Now we want this guy. This is the most important of all of the people. He won't need a Genji thing, but he gets this. A lot of defense that you get, and magic evasion. Oh, you're back. Welcome back. I think I'm gonna fight this fight, and then I'm gonna be finished. Sound like a good idea? Alright. Alright, looks like Kaio and Yuna are back. So after this fight right here, we're gonna go ahead, after we kill Kefka here, we're gonna finish for the day. But there may be more tomorrow. We'll see what happens. There may be more even tonight. There's a strong urge to play right now, so she's okay. But he's crazy. We should cure him though. Okay, I think that's enough. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have gone for the explanation. Alright. This is an interesting strat that I'm going to use, which involves taking all of the scary people, putting them in one party, and then putting all of the shite people in another one. There's so many of these in the original one, much more than they show. So our goal is to make sure they do not get up there, because we can't beat them with just one guy. lock is not equipped for some reason at all. I don't understand. Okay. Got him. So we have to gas them much like Kefka did. By the way, no one's fucking having a moral problem with us gassing these fucking corporals, which is what we're doing. We're gassing the shit out of them. No one has a problem with this. This is not a war crime. This is just strategy. But when Kefka does it, it's fucking horrible, and these poor people's families and all of this. The most upfront attack I've ever done on these people. Probably should be attacking dog only. Alright, well we're at Kefka, this is it. Then this fucking thing is done. Obviously, shit's unfolding outside. You can hear or not. I don't know how observant you are, but there's shit unfolding outside, so I gotta get this done pretty quick. This shouldn't be hard. Kefka's a piece of shit, so let's kill him. That's not good. That's not good. That's what I wanted to prevent. It's not working. What the hell? Why is Remedy not working on fucking Terra? I think we got him anyway. Got a peace ring. Peace, bitch. Like a nut. Unfortunately, we didn't finish the job as usual. Alright, we gotta save and then this is gonna be done for the day. There's this fucking Esper. There's a lot to be done here, though. There's gonna be a lot of plot. Terra's about to fly off like a fucking screeching bitch. You're gonna see it happen right in front of you. Whether you believe it or not, she's gonna turn into fucking some sort of fucking strange creature and fucking fly off into the night sky like a fucking bat or some shit. Electricity. There she goes. I told you. Screeching bitch. It just flies off into the fucking horizon. That is what she is. Off she goes. We can watch her as she fucking soars through the skies into the town of only liars. The town known as Zozo. Literally, like if Donald Trump owned a town, which he could if he really put his mind to it, but he doesn't. If he owned a town, this is what it'd probably be like. It'd probably be like Zozo. Where everyone would say that it's a time that's different than the actual time it is. Everybody believes that the actual time is always the same time as well. bad it would be. Okay, so we can give up to 4 people in here, but if we put 3, we can get Shadow. So let's do that. We just need to get out and save. That's what we need to do. We'll fix this so that we can get Shadow later. What we really need to do is save right now. There's also shopping to be done. Obviously, these shops are for once finally open for us, so something that needs to be done. But first, the save. And the end of the stream for now, but not as final as you think it is. This is gonna happen for a while. Alright. Have a good fucking rest of your day, maybe, unless I come back later tonight. Alright.